Hey guys and gals, Sweet Scoots here, and I've got a really good video for you on dealing with scratches on your bike. Alright, this is my Street Glide, and you guys remember the video I did on this little bag right here? Well, that turned out really well, and it's still beautiful. But we've got this scratch here I shared with you before, and we're going to get some close-ups so you can really see it. But if you listen, if you can hear that with your fingernail, here's the issue that you're going to run into. If you have a scratch, you have to figure out if it's through just the clear or it's through the clear and the color. And we're going to figure that out, and I'll show you how to do it. All right, let's get busy. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is to clean that little area with some old 99. Julio, tell everybody where all the tools are located. Thank you, Julio Cesar Chavez Rodriguez, Jorge Johnson Thompson, whatever he wants to be called. So we're going to clean that. This pretty much strips off everything but your ceramic coating. And if you want the best ceramic coating for your bike, check the tools list. We only use one for high quality. Now I'm going to try to do this without bumping the camera because I've got it right in my way. So here's the gig. In order to find out if you're through the clear and the paint or just through the clear, this is what you have to do. We have about 1 million of these of every different color you can think of. This is a Chrysler color. It's not the color we're going to be using on here, but what we want is the clear that's in this right here. And we had to search through to find one that wasn't contaminated with the color, and you just pull that out and that's what you have. So what we're going to do is, just as a test, we are going to dab just one end of this. And as you can see, it's changing color. That means we're only through the clear coat. Now we can take and do the whole scratch with this clear coat. And then we will take 5000 grit, wet and dry, and sand it down so it's smooth. I'm going to just dab this little spot here and then wipe across here. And the scratch will disappear. It will have a lump, and we will sand that out. We're not putting it on too thick. The thicker you put it on, the more sanding you got to do. Oh my God! So we'll wipe this clean as much as we can get off of it. Like that. Now we'll let that dry 24 hours. If you have any other scratches that are less than this, you can go ahead and touch them up as well. So that is a great feeling that we don't have to add color, because if we had to add color, we would go to a Harley dealership or a auto body shop at a, like say a Chevy dealership or a Ford or whatever you're liking, and go to the body shop and they can scan the color. This is a custom color on this bike. It's been repainted. As you can see, there's never been any emblems on it, but they will scan this and tell you the exact paint codes and mixture that you need to match the paint. That's how you get it. Otherwise, you would have it in the VIN number. Your dealer can tell you what exact color it is, and then you can touch it up with that paint. But I'm really happy that it's just the clear coat, because this is going to make it a little bit easier. You don't want to keep going over it and building it up, because like I said, it's just more sanding you've got to do. So I got a little tail down here I'm going to touch up. So I will see you in 24 hours.
3 hours later.
And now we wait.
Now the other way to do this, and that's this stuff right here. It's more expensive, and you better have some other areas you can clear coat, because once you break the hardener into the can via this plug right here, it releases the hardener into it. This is the best you can use, but you want to use the whole can when you can. So if you have door panels or bumpers that you want to clean with old 99 and then use the rest of this up, this is what I would do if I was going to use this. The scratch is too small for me to use that and waste it, and that's basically what I'd be doing. Now I know this video is going to be a little bit longer, but there's no way of getting around it. So you'll take your tape You can use body tape or house painter tape. And what I do is I will put the tape on like this, and I curl it around, stick it to itself. And if you can't get it to curl around, then you'll have to use longer pieces. You can take a smaller piece and attach it to it like this and tape it down. What you're trying to do is create a rounded edge. If you put a sharp edge, a piece of tape across there on the sharp edge, like this, then you're going to have a ridge line from your clear to that. And you're going to do that on all four sides. You want a rounded edge. That way, when you spray the clear, it'll be just a fine mist that will get there. There will be no straight hard line of your clear. So I would do that, then paper all this off all the way around, paper the other side of the tank off, then cover the whole bike with your plastic or a bed sheet or whatever you got handy to keep the overspray from the can going onto the bike. So once you have that, then you'll take your clear, pop the red cap off, put it on the bottom of the can, push it down, it releases it, then you'll shake it for like 2 minutes, and then mist. How do you like that imitation? Then when you peel this off, you'll have just a fine line of overspray in this area that will easily buff off with your mother's or with your 5000 grit. This is 2500 grit. If you're not seasoned at this, I highly suggest you start with 4 to 5000 grit wet and dry. All that tools will be in the tools list. But this stuff right here, this is what we use to start with. And if you're really good, you can take a really sharp, brand new straight razor blade, brand new blade like that right there. And you can lay the blade down flat and peel a lot of the clear off the top that you put on that you don't need there, because you only need it in the scratch. Makes common sense, doesn't it? So if you're not real good with one of these, you can give yourself a little bit of an edge by wrapping tape around the blade like that. This prevents that blade from cutting into the clear coat on the bike. So I'll get it so it's just wide enough to cover our scratch. There are so many ways to do this, but you can definitely cause more damage if you're not careful. This is raising the blade off of the bike by probably 4 mils to 6 mils, depending on how thick your tape is. And then what I would do is lay it down here, and it'll take any high spots off the top of that clear without scratching any other parts of the bike. Not sure if you can see that, but it's starting to peel it, taking the high spots down. And that's what you're trying to do. You're just trying to take the high spots down. And you just press a little bit. See it peeling it up? I'm not scratching either side. So I'll just continue to do that, pressing down just a little bit harder each time. So now when I sand it, I don't have to waste my time on the high spots here. And then we'll mix up our soap, a little bit of soap, dish soap, and water, and we'll start sanding that very gently with 2500 grit. You can take your tape and put it here. Now when you sand, you'll only be sanding in this area here. And the last thing you want to do is sand on this rolled edge here of the tank. You'll sand through that clear in no time. Now if I was to clear coat that with this here, it would turn out beautiful, but I'd have this hard edge that I would have to try to sand down. And when you're doing that, you end up sanding a bunch of the new clear you put in here. So the paint pen for newbies is really the way to go. All right, I like to use these foam sanders right here, and they come in all kinds of different configurations. And then we're going to start with an older piece of 3000 grit, and we have a little dish of soapy water. I wouldn't normally do this, but for you being newbies, most of you, this is a smart way to do it because you're not likely to sand through the clear outside of this area right here. It's always better to go with a finer grit. And I'm very gently, not much pressure at all. The soap's giving me some good lubrication on it. Constantly checking it. Now you can see, you see how dull it is? That's because we're sanding just the clear we put on. That's what you want. We'll just keep going until we get this high spot down. Once you master this stuff here, scratches will no longer be a problem for you. But like I said, it's not very financially advantageous to use this unless you have other things you want to clear coat. So the 3000 grit is doing its job. Just going to take the Patience of Job. And I'm focusing on, with the edge here, on the scratch. We're getting it. If you think you're going to rush through this, not going to happen. Now, have we ever sanded through the bikes clear? Yes. In that case, what we do is tape it all off like I told you, and we'll spend the money for a can and re-clear the whole thing. But you don't want to sand through the clear, the existing clear. That's why this is kind of like microsurgery. Brain surgery, I guess. You don't want to make a false move if you're operating on somebody's brain, which I think in today's society there's been a few people who've had that happen. Brain surgery gone wrong. So what I'm going to do is, not going to sit here and bore you with this, I'm just going to keep sanding it down until I get the clear I put on flush to the bike's clear. I've been sanding on it for about 5 minutes, and you can see that it's starting to flatten out and the scratch is disappearing because the clear is in the scratch. And we just do this number. The high clear, which is on each side of the scratch, is coming off. And we just focus on that area. And we just keep going until the scratch disappears. Really disappearing now. And what I do is, I bend the paper so it's about the width of the cleared area. So that's the only area I'm sanding on. And I'm removing microscopic amounts of clear at a time here. That's why I say it just takes the patience of Job. And I'm going in a circle now because I don't want a ridge line with the clear is lower around the scratch. I want to try to blend it. Now, we've been at it for about 10 minutes since I last talked to you. And you can see that the scratch is disappearing. But again, it takes a lot of patience. I go in a rotation. I go back and forth very lightly. The last thing you want to do is sand through the clear on the bike, the existing clear. All right, so if you're wondering what this piece of tape is here, to let me know not to go any further. And the scratch is pretty much gone, okay? Barely even see anything. So now it's time to buff. And it took me about a total of 35 minutes. And these pads really work great because it allowed me to put equal pressure and ride over the top without gouging out what I put in the scratch, the clear. We're going to use our buffing kit on about the best buffing tool you can use. And we're going to use, you know it, Mother's Magnum aluminum polish on clear. Oh no, but that's made for metal. And this will take about 20 minutes probably. Looking pretty good. If you ever go over a rounded edge like this, be quick about it. Like that. Don't stay very long on it. Lots of polishing. So I'm going to keep doing this, and then I will come back and show you the final results. This is all you do. You just keep going, then take your nice, beautiful, clean microfibers and wipe it off. Then we'll ceramic coat the whole tank. And if you think you're going to do it without making a mess, you're wrong. So make sure you cover everything up with bed sheets and what have you, because you'll get splattered no matter what. Now we're going to wipe it off here. I'll show you what it looks like. No more sanding scratches, and the scratch is gone. Well, there it is, my friends, all done. No more scratch. We're real happy with it. And all we got to do is clean it up and ceramic coat it. You've seen our videos on that. Check the tools list and you'll see the ceramic coating that we use. Again, Sweet Scoots out.